God damn, I said all that shit. Nothing to get said.
It wasn't me wrong.
Good night.
Listen to anybody
Con, brother text me just now, told me.
no sweat.
Like we were saying, man, this is not the time to play around, man. The Most High is not playing in this empire right now, man. This place is falling apart right before your eyes. We do not have time to go out here and go in the strip club or what's the new? They got a new challenge sisters doing. It's some challenge sisters doing where they just drop down and start twerking. We don't have time for that, man. These people just raided the Capitol and just took valuable information. They took mail, they took laptops, and our people still want to do what? Twerk, go to the club, get wasted, roll up a fat blunt, and chill. Listen, you're going to be roadkill, man. The Most High is not playing. This empire is going to fall before your eyes. We are watching it happen, and you need to be here in the ISUPK, man, underneath this one body, man. You don't have time to continue to play around. You don't have time to try to do all of these other things and think about your future in America, because this empire is falling before our eyes. There's nothing left in this empire. It's nothing left. Just like the scriptures say, this is not our rest. This is not our rest. This is not the time to continue to play around, man. You need to be here. You need to come put your stone in, man. You need to come do this work. If you online and you watching this class right now and you having doubts, you need to get that out of your mind and be here, man. Because when it starts to pop off and these devils start to realize that they're not going to be able to hold this empire together, they're going to start to kill. They're going to kill. They're going to go for the weak. They're going to go for the people who are by themselves. You know, I don't need nobody. I got this. You know, I'm a keyboard Israelite. I got this. I ain't got to come to camp. Y'all camp's wicked. Go ahead. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Hey, Lord be with you. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, if I could, it's heavy that you said that because like you said that, you know, all sisters want to do is twerk and all that. And it reminds me when I told you at camp, you know, that like the brother that be at camp, all you want to do is sit around and blow that damn saxophone. You know what I'm saying? Like Judah, like not just Judah, all the tribes, but Judah just like, it's just like that scene on Titanic where the boat is going down, but them, you know, instead of them going and trying to find some safety, they over there playing violins,
right?
Cellos. You know what I'm saying? And that's like what America is. America is like, and that's what America's like. America's like Titanic,
right?
And black people up here playing violins and twerking and playing saxophones, and just the whole thing is falling, and they not even, you know, they not even getting right with the Most High.
Kind of what comes. So that's heavy as hell. A lot of one. It's like our people. The ship is starting to sink slowly, and they still in the casino, rolling the dice, playing around, and got the music playing. It's gonna take for them for the lights to go off and the ship to be in the air for them to realize it's real now. It's real. You know what I'm saying? That boat gonna have to crack in half, and why wait till it gets to that point? Why wait? Like Christ said, even so, I'm gonna have to be firewood, man. The worms gotta eat too, man. And General Muhammad, and what you said earlier was so heavy. When you said now that they're starting to look at these oppressors like terrorists. General Muhammad said that in class one time. He said things when, you know, all of these different events where you see these oppressors, you know, doing random shootings and stuff like the Capitol. He said it wouldn't happen if you started to do them the way you do black people. If you started to treat them like they are supposed to be treated, like terrorists. You start to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? You start to profile them. Maybe we wouldn't have these things. And what we seen, that video we seen online where they're kicking them off the flight, now they're starting to profile them. Now they're starting to, you know, to look at them differently and observe them and look on their little Facebook and look at their record and see what they're doing. The role is starting to switch here in America.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? They're starting to treat these oppressors like they treat us. This is a glorious time, man. This is the best time to be here in this school, man. Stop playing around, man. Stop trying to Go join this camp because they got a lot of members in this. Hey, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. But don't never forget where you learned this truth from. Right here in the ISUPK, man. The generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, the young men, man, listen, this has been prophesied a long time ago, man. Since 1969, these brothers have been prophesizing this time that we're seeing right now, man.
That's right.
They've been prophesizing this. So like it, sir. Can I still get Revelations 18:1, sir? Barbara shot, sir.
Revelations chapter 18, verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. Verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is falling, and is become the habitation of devils.
And that's what this empire is doing. It's starting to fall because America is Babylon. This place is starting to fall, and it is the habitation of devils. Who are these devils? These oppressors. These oppressors like Donald Trump, Joe Biden, all of these different devils, man. You know what I'm saying? And this place is starting to fall. So like, sir.
And the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
And that's what's all around this place. You turn around, it's so much unclean filth in this kingdom, man. Homosexuality, the abortions, you know what I'm saying? You name it, it's here in Babylon. But this place is also starting to fall because of how wicked and unclean it is, man. It's starting to fall because of these devils who inherit this land. They thought for hundreds of years that they could just take this land from our brothers, the Native Indians, and there would be no judgment for it. There would be no punishment for it. That their empire would continue to reign forever, forever, and ever. No, man, this place is going to fall, man. And it is a glorious thing to see. You know what I'm saying? This wicked kingdom which is inhabited by devils, which are these oppressors. And you go put your faith in Joe Biden. And it's a shame to see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who go put their faith inside of Donald Trump. You know, it was a video. So like I said, it was a video with a Crip gang member marching with the people who were protesting for Trump. I was like, God damn, what the hell? He marching with the brothers with the hand up, like, brother.
Salagi, if I could.
That
sir. Doesn't do nothing but reinforce what Commander General Yohana has taught for the longest time, and that is that them gangs, all them gangs were created by this government.
Damn right, I don't want.
So he ain't do nothing but prove it. Like, it's just showing you that that's really what it's about.
Sir. Damn right, I don't want. That's heavy as hell, I don't want. Salagi, sir. That is true. You know what I'm saying? That's true. Like, if you're a part of a gang, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us, man, here in this ISUPK, you know, like, us in this school right here, a lot of us brothers come from the streets, man. We come from the streets. We come from all walks of life, man. But we know, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us left the gangs because there's no loyalty in these gangs, man. There's not true loyalty. Brothers be in the gangs and they only be loyal to certain people. You know what I'm saying? But you come here in the UPK, the loyalty is unreal, man. The brotherhood here is unreal. I'm talking about the brotherhood and the sisterhood will bring you to tears because it is unreal. You know what I'm saying? You have never seen anything like this until you come here. And I never seen anything like this until I came inside of this school, man. The brotherhood and the sisterhood and the loyalty and the infrastructure that is built inside of this school that was held on by the generals, man. General Yohana has passed down to the brothers and sisters. It is unreal how this brotherhood and sisterhood is, man. You cannot find this outside of here anywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? And seeing that brother who was a high-ranking Crip gang member marching with the Trump supporters was just more proof, like Ottawa said. It was just more proof to show you that all of these gangs were created by these oppressors to help destroy our empire, to help destroy blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, to keep us divided amongst each other, to keep brothers at war with each other, man. Like, when are you going to realize that gang life isn't nothing, man? Being in these churches ain't nothing. Joining the oppressor's army and joining his navy and joining his police force is nothing, man. Just like that video with that sister who punched that devil in the face. What happened when she did it? She got snatched right up by those oppressors and got drug off like a child. You know what I'm saying? And then the worst thing about it was the devil started spraying mace and kept spraying it and sprayed it in her face. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be her so-called brothers in blue, and the devil just started spraying the mace and it even got in her face, man. Like you see in the video after she get jacked up and get pushed in the crowd, holding her eyes because she got maced in the face by her so-called brothers. You know what I'm saying? They just more proof to show you the only thing them devils were worried about was themselves.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They weren't even worried about the sister. The only reason they cared about it because the other devils brought her over there. Like we don't have any time to keep trying to join ourselves to this empire. So like it, sir. If you could, out of one.
Verse 3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
We and all of these other nations have drunk of her wine. They all sip from the cup of America, man. They have all benefited from America. That's why all of these nations right now who's seeing what happened at the Capitol are starting to get worried because they have drunk for their cup. They have put their life and their soul inside of America, making deals and putting investments in. Like China. China right now is on the edge. They're like, hey, man, America, you sure you got a grip of your people, man? You know, we seen them run up inside of Nancy Pelosi's office and, you know, they took a crap in there and Billy Bob had his foot propped up. You know, you sure they didn't get any valuable information? In America being the devil they is? No, they didn't get anything. They didn't get anything. Like these nations are starting to get worried, man. They're starting to get worried and they're starting to see this empire fall. But even they have become drunk of the wine of this nation, man. They have sipped from that cup of wickedness also, man. It's like, sir, you go ahead. You got out of one. It's like, sir.
Yeah, that's what. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Ooh, we and the kings of the earth, all of these different nations, China, Iran, the list goes on. North Korea, well, I don't know about South Korea. South Korea, hey, Lil Kim, I call him Lil Kim. Lil Kim ain't playing. He don't like Trump at all. Lil Kim does not like.
That's North Korea.
Oh, that's North Korea. Oh, yeah, North Korea is where the Kim Jong Un, aka Lil Kim, is at, where he does not like Donald Trump. But South Korea, they get along fine with Trump. You know what I'm saying? But now they're starting to see this place is falling apart, man. They starting to regret the day that they decided to drink and be a part of this fornication of America, man. They never thought they'd turn on the TV and see Billy Bob and Rebecca and Karen and Michael storming the Capitol building where so much valuable information is stored at, man. They never thought they would see that. Imagine you doing business with somebody and there are other competitors out here. You know, you don't give all your information to this company. You know, you don't give them your social security card and your birth certificate, your ID, and then you turn on the TV and find out that the company that you invested with got hacked. You know, you're gonna become worried. You're like, oh man, they got hacked. What do you mean? I hope they ain't got my information. You know, you're gonna get worried, and that's how these nations are right now, who have fornicated with America, who have put their all and their trust inside of this kingdom. They are become worried, man. They're starting to be afraid because they're like, we got so much invested in America, and look at it now. Look at this kingdom. We put trillions of dollars in this kingdom. We do trade with them. We get different things from them, and now they can't even control the people that's running inside the White House. You can't stop a few hundred Trump supporters. Come on, man. He's like, come on, man. I'm giving y'all trillions of dollars, and you can't stop Bill. You can't stop Billy from running up in here. You can't stop this devil who's rocking the Viking hat from coming inside here and stealing valuable information. Why do we need to continue to do business with y'all? Why do we need to continue to invest our trillions of dollars with you? Oh, Jaleel. Oh, okay, good. Why do we need to continue to invest our trillions of dollars with you when you can't even control your own house? But that is the result. And that is the punishment of what happens when you decide to fornicate with Babylon, man. When they fall, you're going to fall too, man. Slack, so you got it out of one.
Okay. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Got all kind.
Verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
Right. Go, you got to select, sir.
And that ye receive not her plagues.
Oh, we and not. And the Most High's people is blacks, Hispanics, and so-called Native Indians, man. Come out of her, man. Come out of America. You know what I'm saying? Come out of this kingdom, man. Babylon the Great. Come out of this place, man. Don't be partakers of her sins, man. And don't receive none of her plagues. You know what I'm saying? It was a sad thing to see that brother running up them steps. It was funny, but it was sad at the same time. You know what I'm saying? He running from these oppressors. He on the walkie-talkie. They don't breach this. And he's running away. He has a gun on his waist. And the first thing he pulls out is a stick.
So like it. So like it. And that just represents how like you know, if it was any one of us,
Right.
and you know, and of course it wouldn't be, but if it was any one of us,
Gun.
you know, Judah really in his spirit, he would drop them damn keys and everything, just left out of that mother.
Hey, gun.
I ain't like we gonna fight if they try to attack us, but otherwise we going the other way.
Damn right.
It just shows how much we love this nation.
Right.
Because he was willing to still put himself in danger for that capital, and then wasn't even gonna put up a real good fight against his enemy because his enemy he loves.
Right.
He loves his enemy enough that he's gonna pull out a baton and try to maybe hit him to get him off him. But he has a whole gun in his waist. He has the opportunity to shoot them.
Right.
And say it was self-defense.
Right,
It would have
right.
been justified.
Gun.
But he just loves it. We just love our oppressor too damn much, man.
Good night.
And that's how hindering it is for us. That's how destroyed we are.
Good night.
Because you know Esau with the mind blowing. You saw the video on War Star where they shot the woman in the neck.
Oh, gun.
And they did that quick. Her ass was dead.
He gave her a little chance. He said, I'm gonna give you 15 seconds. And she still wanted to come to the window.
But we gonna give them all the time in the world. And then they get close, instead of us pulling out the gun, we gonna pull out the baton. And then run away at the same time.
Which makes no sense.
Come on, man.
Like, bro, you should have just kept running. You should have just kept running. You shouldn't even, oh man, so he was like, yeah, like you said, you could see he had love for Esau. He had love for that oppressor. Yeah, he pulled out the stick, but he was just like, Master, I don't want to have to hit you with this stick. Master, please, Master, don't make. He running up the steps. Hey, Master, Master, you do something to Master. I was like, good night, man. I was like, this is the result of these preachers also, man. This is the result of these politicians who told us to love our oppressors, man. Loving our oppressors got brothers running up the steps with a gun. With the gun. The brother got the gun. He don't even. Damn, what a disappointment, man. Salakia. Good night. That's why the scriptures say, come out of her, my people. Be not partakers of her sins, man. Don't lose your life for the sins of America. What you seen them oppressors doing in the Capitol building, that's from a build-up of sin. That's from all of this sin, all of this destruction that they have done for hundreds of years starting to come back on them. And that brother was ready to be a partaker of it. He was ready to get himself beat down just for what? For what? For a bunch of people who don't give a damn about your people? You ready to be partakers of her sin for what? A paycheck? For your benefits? Like, I'm pretty sure he got some good benefits. That brother was like, you know what? I ain't gonna hurt Master, but I ain't gonna lose my benefits either. Like, then he ran all the way up the stairs. And then when he seen the other oppressors come, he pointed at him. Hey, look, let it go right there. It's like a slave, man. Like a slave, man. It was very disappointing, man.
So like if I could, he probably would have let them smoke them out, man.
Hey, Con, sir. I believe it all one. Because when I seen that, I said he was willing to take a whooping, take a tail whooping, just so he wouldn't hurt Master. Like, just so he wouldn't hurt Master. It's like it. And the first thing about it, the scripture said right here, it says, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Listen, man, don't think that the coronavirus isn't going to spike up. Like, everybody was talking about the Capitol building storming. It was crazy that how they forgot about the coronavirus being on the uprise. Like, the Most High is not playing, man. This is a glorious thing to see, man. Like, all of those people that was gathered out there together, don't be surprised when you find out all of those people got coronavirus. And then they go back to their homes with their families infected with the coronavirus.
Right.
And that thing just gonna spread more and more. That plague is going to spread more and more, man. Don't be surprised now. You hearing it here from the UPK? Don't be surprised now. All of these Trump supporters that was out there marching and stumping and, you know, they stole the election. Hey, you did good. You fought for what you believed in. But don't forget about that don't forget about that coronavirus, because it is still out there on the uprise. And they just brought out an article in Greenville where they said Greenville is like one of the top places for the coronavirus being on the rise.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell people, don't be surprised, man. All of these Trump supporters who went out there, no mask, went out there, gathered amongst themselves, sitting out there protesting. They forgot about the plagues, man. They forgot about the plagues. But here in the UPK, we didn't. We was sitting back like, ooh, nobody has on the mask. Nobody has on the mask. They're being vulnerable right now, and they just, all right, go ahead, do your thing. Y'all got it. And our people, man, we gotta wake up and realize, man, we do not need to receive these plagues either, man. Like, we don't have to receive. Only thing we have to do is come out of this place. And I don't mean get you a plane ticket and fly to Africa or fly to here and fly to there. We mean take your soul outside of this place, man.
Yeah, right.
Don't keep the traditions of America, man. Don't try to go out there protesting and be a part of this event, which is not even, has nothing to do with this. These people storming the Capitol building, mad because of the election, that has nothing to do with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The voting thing has nothing to do with us. Whoever wins, nothing is going to change. If Biden wins, guess what's going to happen? It's still going to be worse. If Trump wins, guess what's going to happen? It's still going to be worse. It has nothing to do with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Now, when you go out there and decide to make it a thing for yourself, you know, to take it upon yourself to go out there and march with the Trump supporters or get out there with Black Lives Matter, don't be surprised when you become partakers of our sins, man, and you start to receive the plagues also, man. Don't be surprised, man. Just like they had just like this, I don't know what, it's like, so did you see that video with the sister, sir, where the Trump supporters snatched her up and they took a wig off her head and all of that?
Nah.
It was a video with a sister. I don't know what she was doing on that side. Jalea. I don't know what that sister was doing over there, but she got snatched up by a Trump supporter, and it was horrible to see, man, because he came from behind her and grabbed her like that, and they took a wig off her head and pretty much embarrassed the sister, man. But I was thinking, like, what were you doing over there? Like, why are you even out there?
Right.
Like, what are you doing? You know, and they were saying that she was walking around the block, but I don't know.
It's a lie. I seen another video, and I'm not sure if this, I think it is part of the same protest, but it was a sister out there, and she was yelling, like she was yelling through a microphone or
kind of.
And there was a woman that was standing next to her. I don't know if you saw that one.
Kind of.
She spit, like, off up and spit right in her face and took off running.
The oppressor spit right in her face.
And the sister, like, normally you think a Judite sister would have been and grabbed her before she could even take off. That sister was, like, surprised, and then she took off. I'm just like, that's how much love she had to have for that damn woman.
Right.
Because normally a sister from the hood would have jacked her, like, took her hair and ripped her hair out of her head.
It's like the cop lady.
Yeah.
Cop lady got a little issue. He did. Boom.
Yeah, that one was a good one too. She shouldn't have had her behind out there at all.
Right.
But however, Esau had to pay for putting, because like after she hit the woman in the face, they switched over to the video. They was asking them what happened to her. I mean, she had all this blood coming all down her face, all on the ground.
Kind of kind.
It's like, man, it's just chaos, man.
Kind of kind, sir. And it's like, sir, it's like it's going to get worse for those people who don't want to listen. The ones of our people who don't want to listen, who still want to go out there, like, and the worst thing, man, like our people who call themselves Trump supporters and all of this, they're going to find out the hard way.
Damn right.
They're going to find out the worst when those same people they marching with decide to turn on them.
That's right.
Like, they're going to be the first ones to get hung. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, you know what? We tired of blacks. We tired of Hispanics. We tired of Native Indians. And then that same brother or sister who marching with them gonna be like, well, I'm not like that. And you know where they gonna go to? Esau gonna be Esau. How do we know you ain't gonna go back to your people and turn your back on us? Let's just get rid of them now. Like, you don't be surprised when you start seeing those so-called Trump supporters, those black, Hispanic, and Native Indian Trump supporters hanging from a tree somewhere. Those gonna be the first ones they gonna take care of, man. And then they gonna go to the weak and the vulnerable, and to those women who don't need a man, or to those men who think, I don't need to be with anybody, I can do it on my own. They're gonna come for you, man. They're gonna come for you because they're gonna know you're easy to pick off. You by yourself, you don't have any type of guidance, and you don't have any type of infrastructure. You're gonna be the ones that's gonna be easily picked off, man. Because don't think that these devils are not plotting. They are plotting. But we know the Most High is going to let these devils, they forgot about that plague, man. They forgot about the coronavirus being on the uprise. Don't be surprised when you start seeing these same people who went and stormed the Capitol building dropping dead from coronavirus. Don't be surprised when you start hearing about those same people who marched and stormed the Capitol buildings, whole family catching the coronavirus. Don't be surprised, because those plagues are still here, man. Y'all forgot about them, but we did not forget about them, man. So like, sir, if I could, sir, can I get 2 Thessalonians, sir, chapter 2, verse 3? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like it's like a movie, man. I'm just waiting. It's like a good TV show. I'm just waiting on the next episode, man. You know what I'm saying? I got me a couple good bags of popcorn. I got me some extra buttery kettle corn. Got a little bit of Johnny Walker. I'm just waiting on the next episode, man. You know what I'm saying? I might have to get me a bag of ice and some ginger ale, but I got everything else. Because when it starts to pop off, I want to pop the popcorn, pour me up a nice glass, and just turn on my TV and watch the next episode, man. Yeah, watch and see who's next gonna. Don't let them do that. And see who's gonna destroy what next. You know what I'm saying? They already talking about, down in even in Columbia, South Carolina, the one they had a bunch of Trump supporters come around that Capitol building, and like the captain said when they did that Black Watch, they said don't be surprised where you started seeing it trickle down to the smaller governments. Mm-hmm. Like you started seeing, they said, well, damn, if they can storm the Capitol building, I know we can storm the one down here. I know we can storm our little building. That ain't nothing. We can get like a good 200 people. It ain't gonna be nothing to storm the Capitol building in South Carolina or North Carolina or New York. Like, that's what's coming next. Like, these malicious sluts.
It's like, if I could, and when we was out there in Columbia, all we was trying to do was warn black people, man. You know what I'm saying? But they gave us such a hard time when we was out there trying to have camp and stuff. They gave us such a hard time. Now, if the Lord could, if the Lord wanted to be in that place to, to protect brothers out there, brothers and sisters out there, now it's like, now the Lord might not be dealing with that city when it comes to our brothers and sisters, because we had a chance to be out there and they didn't want us to be out there. Now they get ready to start feeling what it's like to what DC was like in Columbia. Like they about to start dealing with that now. So now they don't have the prophets right there in Columbia out there telling y'all, y'all need to start following the Lord's law, statutes, commandments. Y'all need to, brothers and sisters need to separate from that, because they wanted us out of this. And then the crazy part was the captain out there at the time, I don't know if you're the captain now, but he was, the chief out there was a black man.
Good night.
You know what I'm saying? And all we was doing out there was warning brothers and sisters about this very time that we're dealing with right now.
What kind?
So now, all right, no sweat, chief of police. You go ahead and handle all of that madness that's getting ready to happen.
Ooh, like, sir, if I could, I don't want. That's crazy, because this is an article. It just popped up on my phone. But it says state law enforcement is preparing for possible armed protests at South Carolina Capitol. Like, they said armed protests.
So, like, I've been reading the same thing, and this is supposed to be something that they claim could happen nationwide. The FBI, they're monitoring it lately. Ever since then, and a lot of people believe that it could happen around the 16th. We don't speculate on no days and nothing like that, become no conspiracy nuts. However, this is all prophecy. This is all gonna happen.
So it
ain't no surprise.
Ooh-wee. We like they talk bad about the UPK for so many years, and you know we got told we were the criminals, we were the terrorists. You put the ISUPK on the you put us on that list for domestic terrorists in America, but now you about to see it is your own people who are the true terrorists.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? We've been saying this for years. The true terrorist is the so-called oppressor, man. It's the so-called oppressor. And guess now everybody's scared. The FBI scared because true enough, these people do not want to go to war with their own people, man.
That's right.
They don't want to go to war and kill their own people. But they know also if it has to come down to it, they're going to have to go to war with these people, man. And we do not need to be partakers of this, man. We don't need to go involve ourselves in this, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we know we got a couple of our people who going to go and try to make themselves mingle amongst these oppressors who voted for Trump. Like, it was a brother, man. It was so disgusting, man. The brother had on the suit with the red hat. And he was like, but how he, I wish I could find the video because he sounded like he was a straight idiot. You know, he sounded like a straight idiot. It was sad to see because he sounded like a slave. It was Trump trying to make it work for it. Trump trying to make it work, and these people don't stole the election. And I was just like, God, they had to pay this brother, man. Somebody paid this brother, man. But I don't know, but this brother sounded like a slave, and it was a horrible thing to see.
Because like if I could,
Come on, sir.
I would want to believe that that's what happened, that he was getting paid. But realistically, brothers and sisters are really that destroyed.
Right.
Like brothers and sisters are really that destroyed. They really do love Donald Trump.
Good night.
And just as many of them that love Donald Trump love Biden.
Jeez.
And they don't realize that they being led into a ditch either way, man.
Right. Good night.
They don't get it, and they're not gonna realize it until they caught in the crossfire, which Black Hispanics and Native Indians don't even know that this whole thing is about them.
Right. Come on.
General Muhammad brought that out. It's all about you. It's them warring with each other to figure out how to deal with your black tail so that you won't become empowered.
Right.
Because they know there's going to be a time where they're going to lose their strength and they're going to come down and you're going to rise up. So they're fighting for who gets to which party gets to run this country to keep you down.
Sir. That's heavy as hell out of That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I don't want these Trump supporters, these other oppressors, they feel like Trump is that last line of defense for them. He's speaking on their level. You know, any racist or any type of devil who hates blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, Trump is speaking for them. And you know what I'm saying? Like he said, they stole the election. When he's saying he's talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Damn right.
That's exactly who he's talking about. And trust me, if Donald Trump gets out of that chair, they are going to come after those people who Trump said they stole the election. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come after them Democrats and all of them, but they are also going to come after these black voters, these Hispanic voters, these Latino these Native Indian voters who went out and voted for Biden. You know what I'm saying? Like, people thought they were doing the good thing, rocking that stupid sticker, I voted. Listen, man, you don't think... Listen, man, that was going to be the worst thing. I pray for anybody who has a Biden-Harrison sticker on the back of their truck right now, on their car right now. Because you're going to be one of the first ones they pick off if Donald Trump gets kicked out of that chair, man. They're going to see, hey, he voted for Biden. Kill him. You know what I'm saying? And please, black people, if Biden gets inside of that chair, do not make it upon yourself to go out there and celebrate in the streets. You're just gonna be an easy target, just like they did. I think that was in Philadelphia, where when Biden won, the streets was just full. I'm talking about the streets was just full of people celebrating because Biden won, and you know it was majority blacks, you know, homosexuals, Jesse said it, homosexuals, and lesbians,
Universal. Oh, he smoked for real. He from Alabama.
He He grew up on a dirt road, so. So like it. Man. Do not.
Sorry, I know you slow.
He says, I know you slow and dumb. I said, good night. Boy, this boy right here, man. Listen, man. Brothers like him, all that cooning is not going to save you, man. That cooning is not going to save you in these last days, man.
That's right.
And I tell people, we tell the people, do not, if they kick Trump out of that chair, man, and they put Biden in there, do not take it upon yourself to go in the streets and celebrate like a fool, man. Because you didn't win anything. You didn't win anything. You know, you pretty much just signed your own death certificate, man. That's the only thing you're doing. You're going to go out there in the streets, yeah, Biden won, Biden won. You're just going to start hearing gunshots, explosions. You're going to start seeing these oppressors treat you how they've been wanted to treat you. Like, that's going to be the boiling point. So, like, so yes,
I just wanted to say real quick, if I could.
Come, sir.
It's like being happy that you've been transferred over from one plantation to another plantation. It's like, nigga, you a slave at this plantation. You about to go be a slave in this plantation.
Right.
you celebrating who your master gonna be.
Good
but
night.
You still oppressed.
Good night.
You still gonna go out there and you gonna pick that tobacco, that corn, or whatever that master gonna have you do. Hey, this master might be a little bit more generous than the last one, but they still gonna have your behind enslaved.
Good night.
So it's just like going from one plantation master to the next. You got brought to a whole nother slave plantation.
Right. So lives are good night. It's like you said, when they like on the plantation, they're like, master right here beat the hell out of us, but this master, he might not whoop you so much. He gonna whoop you, but not on Saturdays.
He don't hit too hard.
I can deal with those lashes. Just a little blood comes out, not a whole lot. It's like, good night, man. We become so destroyed in this place, man. And with the leadership that we have with these Christian pastors, and where are your Christian pastors at, man? What are they speaking? I want to see what they're talking about in the churches right now, because they've been quiet as a mouse. I haven't heard any pastors. Only pastor I heard was that devil pastor speaking about he was going against all the people who voted against Trump. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, this devil literally prayed for Donald Trump and prayed against the people who stole the election. Like, that's about the only one I've heard anything from. But all you diehard Christians love everybody, and you know you got to kiss a oppressor in the mouth and hold his hand at the same time. I haven't heard anything. We haven't heard nothing from you.
Right.
You know, you ain't saying nothing. You ain't speaking about nothing. You know, what are y'all doing right now? You know, you misled our people for so long, and now you're starting to see all of them lies you told blacks and Hispanic for years about where everybody should love each other and get along. It's starting to be shown that it was nothing but a lie, man. People are starting to see now that these churches have lied about everybody supposed to get along. Like, these devils ain't even getting along with each other. What makes you think they're going to get along with you? Right. You know what I'm saying? These churches are falling, man. So, like it, sir, if you could. I don't want to like,
no sweat. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
And that's what we got to understand. We can't let no man deceive us in these times, man. You can't go around trying to listen to the Democrats. You can't go around trying to listen to Joe Biden. I was about to call him Joe Button. Good night. You can't go around listening to Joe Biden, your pastor. All of these weak and effeminate leaders, man. If you want true leadership, the ISUPK underneath Commanding General Hunter is where it's at, man. These other people, they're going to deceive you, man. They're going to deceive you by all means to continue to rock you to sleep. They continue to make sure you don't pay attention to what's really going on or what's really about to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? And that day should not come, man. That day should not come. You know what I'm saying? Slack, sir, if you could, sir.
Yeah. So like it. For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed,
right?
The son of perdition.
God, the son of perdition, the son of destruction, of hell. And that's what we're starting to see now, man. We're not going to realize until we fall away from this kingdom, man. Until we let whatever America has going on amongst themselves, continue to let them deal with it, man. We can't continue to put our lives and our souls and our all inside of an empire such as this right here, who doesn't give a damn about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Like, we have to fall away from this kingdom, man. We have to fall away from this empire. Like, so I'm trying to see what this was out here. Oh, he probably pumping up his tire. Like, we really have to fall away from this empire, man. No longer can we continue to give our life and our soul to this place, man. The only way we're going to be able to find out who this man is, this man of wickedness, man, of destruction to hell, is if we fall away first, man. We have to fall away from this empire. We can't give our lives anymore to this empire. We can't continue to give our soul to this empire. You know what I'm saying? The only way we're going to be able to find out who this man of sin is if we stop following everything that they follow, man. Stop believing in this infrastructure. Don't be like Jesse, what's his name? Jesse
Lee Peterson.
Yeah, don't be like Jesse Lee Peterson, man. Don't be like Charles Barkley. You know what I'm saying? Good night, Charles Barkley. Good night, boy. He look like he sniffs the white man underwears, man.
If I can, it's like almost damn near all of them ball players from the 90s, man.
Good night.
Make you just feel like,
what we y'all doing back there?
Yeah, what was y'all doing?
Yeah, I had them.
Because you don't hear LeBron and Colin Kaepernick and all of them new age ones doing that, but them old 80s and 90s ball players,
right?
Well, they be selling out.
It was like, and then you think about them like, during the 90s, that's when the crack epidemic was going on,
right? And
they just Master came and snatched them up. Oh, you ain't gonna talk about my daddy like that. It's like, come on, brother. Good night, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, man, this is not the time to allow any man to deceive you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's no time for any man to deceive you, man. Like, this is the time for us to fall away from this infrastructure of America, man. Because where your Christian pastors at, man? All them Christian pastors for years in the churches telling black people we got to come together. You got to love everybody. Just like we was at camp. When was that? Not last week, but the week before, we was at camp when the sister came up and approached us telling us, we believe everybody got to love everybody. We believe that, you still got to love. You know what I'm saying? She's been deceived by somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? She's been lied to and she's been taught that, you got to love everybody. But a couple of days later, as soon as she turned on that it's like, so I remember we was at camp and that young sister came up and then her mama came up and I was telling you about how they was talking about we got to love everybody.
God.
And then they turned on their TV Wednesday morning and seen the Capitol building being destroyed and overthrown. And I was thinking to myself, where's the love in that building? You know what I'm saying? I want you to go tell those same people what you telling us.
So like, if only she could have seen that woman get spit in the face the way she did. If only she could have seen the sister that you were saying that they yoked her up and snatched her wig off of her.
Kind of what kind of
so if only they could have seen how they treated those black people out there, maybe, probably not.
Right.
But maybe they would see what we talking about.
Kind of what kind, sir. And so like you said, I don't want maybe, man. And I pray for sisters like that, man, our whole family, because they just been deceived also by Christianity. They don't tuck on the mark of the beast, and they love everybody. They think everybody can be saved and accepted. But when they turned on that TV Wednesday, man, and seen what was going on inside that Capitol building, and like you said, I hope they did see the videos where the sister got spit in the face, or when the sister got like that video with the sister, man, who got snatched up by that devil, man. I couldn't even watch the video out of one. Like, I couldn't even watch it because I just know the anger that was gonna be inside of me, man. Because I seen that sister and I thought about what if that was my sister, man. You know what I'm saying? That is my sister. You know what I'm saying? And the anger started to build up in me, like how they snatched her up and you seen her. She She was defenseless. For once in her life, she felt helpless, man, and it was a horrible thing to see, man. This sister gets snatched up, have a wig took off her head, and then just, when a sister ain't got a wig on her head, you know how some sisters look, man. Mm-hmm. And the devil just got her snatched up like that with both of her arms beside her, and she's in tears, man. Like, we don't need to continue to let this happen to us for us to wake up and realize that these people have deceived us for so many years, man. They have deceived us for so many years, man. Like, we don't need to let things like that happen. Sisters getting their face spit in. Oppressors snatching you up and throwing you back in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Then you get maced by the same people who you love. You know what I'm saying? And who you fight for. You running up the stairs because these oppressors have took over the building. Like, we don't need to continue to let these men, these oppressors deceive us, man. We don't need to continue to let this happen, man. This is the best time for us to fall away from this empire. Stop giving our love to these empires. Right. So many people, everybody made New Year's resolutions outside of the ISUPK. They went out, made New Year's resolution. We seen your Facebook post where you said, I'm leaving 2020 behind like this, and I'm starting our 2021 like this. And we told y'all not to celebrate all of these different pagan customs, and you laughed at us. You thought we were stupid, and what did y'all say? Y'all take everything too serious. Well, we told you, you're going to start 2021 off, and nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. Like, everything is still going to be the same. And 2021 started off worse than 2020. 2020 started off with the coronavirus. But this time, it started off with oppressors storming the Capitol building. And the coronavirus still on the uprise. Now you got different nations who want to come across and want to destroy them on these wicked nations, man. They want to destroy America, man.
And if I could say,
kind of a con, sir.
Just to go back to your point about people making New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. Man, if you don't join the ISUPK, I'm going to tell you what you're going to be doing in 2021. Ooh, everything you did in 2020.
Right.
You're going to still smoke weed.
Right.
You'll probably try to stop it for about a few weeks or months into the year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or maybe 1 or 2 months at the most max. But you're going to be back smoking weed. You're going to be back stealing and robbing from your brother. You're going to be still being a homosexual.
Right.
You're going to be a filthy slut.
Good night.
Forget about it. You're going to open them legs up in 2021 because it's a new year, new you. So you might as well just go ahead and get used to it. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you don't join the ISUPK, just look forward to being the same as you was in 2020.
Right.
The same way you was in 19 and 18 and 17 and so forth and so on.
Good night.
You're just going to be the same person, man.
Got one gun, sir. Good night. That's heavy as hell, man. He said the sister gonna be like, it's a new year, new me, but the same old box. Good night.
Right.
And kind of like the scripture says, it says, the only way we're gonna be able to fall away from this empire unless that man of sin is revealed, man.
That's right.
And that's what we're starting to see now, man. He's being revealed. That oppressor is starting to be revealed, not just here in America by us, but by everybody around the world. People don't think that Capitol video is one of the biggest things that's going around the world right now. Everybody around the world is watching it because America is the sit down, boy. Sit down. America is the superpower right now in the world. And for people to see their own people destroying this place, you know what I'm saying? They starting to see how this place is really wicked. They starting to see this oppressor for who he really is, man, his true ways. And you know what I'm saying? And these other nations are looking like they can't even control their own people. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why they can't control their own people, because they're evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are evil. The people that rule America are evil. What do you think their people are going to be? They're just as evil as they are. Salaka, sir, if I could I get Proverbs 15:9, sir? Bob could shot the water, sir. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these nations are starting to turn on their TVs and realize that these people who they have loved, the people that fly over them in the planes and, they're donating books to you and we love everybody. You got to do this and do that. They're starting to see that these people are some wicked bastards, man. Like, they're starting to see that. So, like, sir, if you could, we got it out of one.
Right. From Proverbs chapter 15, verse 9. The way of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord.
And the ways of these wicked nations, it is abomination to the Most High, man. How wicked this empire is, man. It is an abomination to the eyes of the Most High, man. So, like, so if I could, can I get 16, Proverbs 6 and 16? Because, and you know, and the wicked of this empire is abomination to the Most High, man. All of these things that they do is an abomination. This wickedness, the way how they treat blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the way how they establish their government, the laws and the statutes that they put in place in order to destroy blacks and Hispanics, man, that is wickedness, man. And it is an abomination to the Most High. And this is how the Most High feels in about abomination. It's like, so you got it out on one.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things doeth Yahweh hates. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
And the Most High hates an abomination. So if he hates an abomination, and the Bible says that the wicked is an abomination to the Most High, he hates the wicked. He hates this empire, man. He hates the people that rule this place. Because just like in Job chapter 9, it says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And these people that rule these places are the wicked, and the Most High hates them, man. That's why he's allowing this infrastructure to fall, man. That's why America, that's why you seen flags from so-called patriots, people who love America, being thrown on the ground, being held any kind of way. Like, they got mad at Colin Kaepernick because he kneeled during the national anthem. But these bastards was inside of the Capitol Hill with the flags on the ground, which is a so-called, that is a punishment. You know, you can go to jail for that. You know, you could go to jail. If you black or Hispanic and you Native Indian, you pick up you take a flag and drop it on the ground intentionally or set it on fire, you will go to jail.
Damn right.
You will be in prison, not just prison, but a federal prison.
Damn right.
But yet you seen these oppressors storming the Capitol building with flag, using them as weapons, throwing fire extinguishers. I seen some oppressive cop get bashed in the head with a fire extinguisher, and I was like, God damn, like he should have been bobbing and weaving. Good, nice socks. So you got another one.
Yeah, if I could.
Come on, sir.
It's so heavy what you saying, because I've been following this whole protest. But it's so heavy what you saying, because I'm gonna tell you this: Donald Trump is such a hypocrite, man.
Right.
Such a evil bastard. And he's stupid as hell.
Kind of
First off.
right.
But he's such a hypocrite in this. He went all on live TV. You know what I'm saying? And he tweeted, because you know Trump is famous for the tweeting. Tweet everything. Just dumb as hell at the same time. But when Colin Kaepernick did all that kneeling, now we know why Colin Kaepernick was kneeling.
Right,
He was kneeling, you know, and to protest black, police brutality against black and Hispanics. Right. And what did Donald Trump say? Donald Trump said, "Oh, that's desecrating. You kneeling while the anthem is on. That's like desecrating the America, or that's disrespect to America. That's evil against everything that America stands for. And that anybody that does that don't need a job, and you shouldn't. You should be thrown in jail for doing something like that. You really, just basically talking about the utter disrespect of the national anthem. Right. Years down the line, it comes 2021. Ooh-wee. 2020, at the end of 2020 and 2021, all of these Proud Boys, all of these so-called Trump supporters in there desecrating the Capitol. On the Capitol? What did Donald Trump have to say about that? So like they went in there and they were sitting in Nancy Pelosi's seat. They was up in there just tearing up the entire. There was one article said they left feces and all kinds of trash and everything over there, pee and piss and everything. Kind. They most definitely did out of one. But Colin Kaepernick, he gets demonized all on national TV for kneeling on a real serious situation. Yet Donald Trump says nothing at all, period, about how all of them went in there and desecrated the Capitol, which is a building that was built, damn near 400 years ago in America. You know what I'm saying? And man, come on, man.
So, like, sir, if I could, sir, he told them, he said, we love y'all, but y'all gotta go home. He said, we love y'all, but y'all gotta go home.
And that's the animal that we love, man. That's the animal we love. He made mockery and just hated Colin Kaepernick for standing up on, you know what I'm saying, on something that was right and you know, and protesting police brutality against blacks and Hispanics. But when they go up in there and they desecrate the Capitol and threaten everybody up in there, and they, you know, and I mean, to the point where they're considered terrorists.
Right.
But Donald Trump is nowhere. Like, the only thing he can say is, we love you. We understand that the elections were taken away from us. Don't worry about it. You know, but everybody go home. I mean, you hated in this place, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man.
Right. Good night, I want. I was heavy, I want. Good night. And Salai got one. You right. We are like truly hated. Like, Colin Kaepernick got blackballed to the point where he couldn't even get a job in the NFL anymore, man. One of the greatest quarterbacks, man, couldn't even get a job in the NFL because, you know, Trump said he wasn't being patriotic enough. He was being disrespectful. And that's the problem with these bastards, man, these oppressors that rule over us, man. They're a bunch of hypocrites, man. A bunch of wicked ass hicks, like a bunch of wicked hypocrites, man, who don't care about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And they think Trump is bad, but Biden is going to be just as worse, man.
That's right.
Biden going to rock you to sleep. Biden is actually worse. Trump is real with his. I can respect the fact he's a real devil. But Biden is going to, ooh-wee. Biden the one that dropped the pills in your drink, and when you wake up, you just soar in certain places. That's Biden. Right. Biden the worst. Biden is, ooh-wee. Trump gonna tell you he's going to rape you. Like, listen, I got you held hostage and I'm gonna take it. But Biden is gonna smile in your face, and when you start drifting off, you're gonna be like, oh damn. Yeah, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, oh damn. Yeah, I got you. So like, if you could, I don't want
So like, verse 17, a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood.
And that's these oppressors, man. These are the ones that the Most High hates, man. He hates these things, man. A proud look. That's how Trump was, man. When they did what they did inside of the Capitol and did all the destruction, Trump still stood there with a proud look on his face and said, even though they did steal the election from us, you know, I love you guys, but you got to go home. You know, and all of those oppressors that was inside of that building, they were so proud, man. You know, they happy with that guy walking out with the podium on his shoulder, you know, just proud of it as they could be, man. They were just yelling, doing their war cry. You know, we made it in, we did it. They were just proud, man.
If I could, man,
Come.
it was only okay to cheat, because elections been messed up ever since the whole thing started.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? It was only convenient for him to say something about the elections now that he realized that Biden had rallied up enough Negroes and Hispanics to be on his side.
Right.
And that, so now, oh, it's rigged.
Right.
It's messed up now. So, you know, he already knew what it was like before he became president.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And it was okay when he became president, because everybody was saying the same thing. The election
it
was okay on that. It was okay with that.
Right.
Now Biden comes in and he wins the election. Oh, it was rigged. It's rigged. No, Biden just was more of a devil than you were, and he was able to get more votes from black and Hispanic people.
Right.
Like, take it, man. He's just an idiot, man.
Right. He can't. I forgot who said that. He said that he can't take the loss, man. He's like, you beat him in the basketball game. He's like, man, you cheated, man. I just scored the 3. Nah, man, you ain't scored no 3. You cheated. He cheated, didn't y'all?
So like, that's like when you play Uno. You play with Uno and somebody, or playing spades, whatever card game.
Right.
Somebody say, hey, how you play? You supposed to play it like that. And everybody got like 3 or 4 different set of rules on how to play spades or how to play Uno.
Nobody won. I'm still the champ, man. Let's just put the cards up, man. That's Donald Trump for you right now, a sore loser. and like one of the captains said, they said it's bad because white people still are angry when white people still won. It's still another white person that's in there. Like, what are y'all mad about? It's not like Joe. It's not like Barack Obama won again or something like that. It's another devil in the chair. Like, what are y'all mad about? It's like, good night. But like you said, out of one, they know if Biden gets in the chair, they feel like Biden is going to give blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians more of a leeway. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been this propaganda push that black people are Democrats and racist whites are Republicans. You know what I'm saying? And that's just more propaganda that's been pushed on us. You know what I'm saying? Been pushed on us. Even been pushed on these so-called oppressors. So when they see a man like Biden get in there, they like, oh God, we cannot let him get in there. Because if he get in there, America is not going to be great. You know, they're going to have more fried chicken spots. It's already Mexican restaurants all over the place. We are finished. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be able to eat our tartar anymore or have our good fancy restaurants. And then you're going to see blacks coming inside of Publix and shopping phenomenal now. You know what I'm saying? Like, good night. They can't have this happen, man. It's like, so yeah, want to say something too, out of one?
No, that was you good.
Kind of, sir. And like the scripture said, you know, proud look and a lying tongue, because the president is a liar, man. Like you said earlier, out of one, you said he's such a hypocrite, such a liar. You know, he said Colin Kaepernick was wrong, and all of the people that was kneeling during that time, they were SOBs. He called their mothers bees, man. Like, what president do you know has ever called black men's mothers bees, man? Call them the B word. He called black men's mothers the B word. But yet, when these people are storming the Capitol, he tells these people, I love you. You know, I love y'all, but y'all got to go home. Like, y'all see nobody sees the difference here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody sees the hatred. You know, all you Christian pastors, all you ones who told us for years to love everybody. You don't see how America doesn't love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? You don't see it? You're going to continue to lie to people? Y'all need to come down from out of those seats, man, and give those churches over to Commander General Yohana so we can save these people's lives, man. Because you're going to continue to lie to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And when this so-called civil war or whatever's going on decides to pop off, man, the first places they're going to start running inside is these churches, man. That's where the weak are, man. It's going to be another Dylan Roof, but on a phenomenal rate, man.
Right.
These people are going to storm inside of these churches. Man, listen, man. You ain't going to find us inside these damn churches, man. Like, these people, these devils and oppressors are going to storm inside of these churches, and it's going to be another Charleston 9, man. It's going to be another Charleston 9, but it's going to be happening at a phenomenal rate, and it's going to be so bad that you ain't even going to be able to stop it, man. You know what I'm saying? And that devil, man, he has a lying tongue. And in their hands, man, they shed innocent blood, because a lot of innocent people are going to lose their life, man. It's going to be a lot of innocent people who had nothing to do with the elections. These children who didn't vote. A lot of these older people who didn't vote. People who don't even participate in the votes. Like, man, I ain't voting at all, man. Like, these devils are going to start to shed innocent blood, man. It's going to be people who have nothing to do with anything are going to start losing their lives, man. Innocent people, man. People who didn't even have anything to do with it, man. And you know what? And these people still respect this devil, this president, man. No matter what President Trump does, man, these people still respect him, the people that follow him. They still respect him. He can do whatever he wants. And they still are going to respect him, man, because they are respect the person, man. They are respect the person, man. Salaki, so can I get Proverbs 28 and 21, sir? And they still are going to respect this oppressor. No matter what he does, no matter what he says, no matter what he teaches the people, they're still going to respect him, man. Because they don't care about everything else he does. They just care about the fact that he's speaking on white problems, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And you're going to learn about when you respect the person, what's going to happen, man. That is the worst thing to do, man. Slack, sir, whenever you're ready, y'all one.
Proverbs 28 and 21. To have respect of persons. To have respect of persons is not good. For a piece of bread, that man will transgress.
And that's Trump, man. Like, they don't get it. They don't care. Donald Trump was sending for a piece of bread, man. Like, Trump doesn't give a damn. Like, he sends for nothing. He doesn't even care. He's like, you know what, man? I don't give a damn. I send for anything. I'm President Trump. You know, they respect me no matter what I do. I do anything. You know what I'm saying? I do what I want, when I want. I say what I want, when I want. And I shoot paper towels in the crowd to poor Hispanic people in Puerto Rico. You know what? And guess what? Nobody's going to do anything to me. I call poor countries shithole countries, and nobody's going to do anything to me. I call black men's mothers BITCHs, and nobody's going to do anything to me. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows people respect the person. They respect Trump because he speaks on white problems. He speaks and says he's going to make America great again. So guess what? People still respect him. They don't care. They don't even care about the fact that he has all of those child molestation charges. Like, President Trump has many child molestation charges, man, where he's paid off families so young girls wouldn't speak about him being the pedophile that he is. Or all the times he went on the island with that devil, the other devil they say who killed himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, they respect the person, man. And the scripture says, man, it is not good to respect the person, man. You're not supposed to respect the person just because he says what you want. That's the same thing that happened with this president. That's the same thing that goes on in these Christian churches. Like, your pastors have told blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians to love everybody and to teach us how to be a respected person. You know what I'm saying? And look at these oppressors now. They respect Trump just because he speaks on white problems. You know, we got a problem with Mexicans? Let's build a wall. You know what I'm saying? Let's do like it couldn't be like the good, like he said about that brother who was at one of the rallies when he said it couldn't be like the good old days where you could. He said, "I wish it was like the good old days where you could take him out back." What did he mean by that? Like, this man said this on national TV. He said it couldn't be like the good old days where we could take him out back. Do you know what they would do when they would take you out back? A black man inside of a white organization and they take you out back, you ain't coming back out. Like, this president said this on national TV. He got on national TV and called. Y'all think about that hard before you try to say anything about the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge disrespecting black women. You had a devil oppressor, the president of the United States, get on TV and call black NFL football players' mothers bitches. He said that. If you don't believe me, look it up. He said that. He said that on national TV. He called black football players' mothers bitches. And you get mad at the UPK because we try to correct our sisters and teach our sisters how to live a better life, how not to be treated like whores and sluts inside of this empire. We would never do nothing like that to our sisters, man. We would never get on national TV and call the brothers mothers just because the brothers were standing for something righteous. We wouldn't get mad at them and them say, you know what y'all doing is wrong and unpatriotic, and your mother, y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of SOBs. We wouldn't. So like, sir.
It's like, if I could.
Kind, sir.
Just like, and just to clarify, when we say, like, when we talk to our sisters, like, it could be taken in offense.
Right.
But when we talking to our sisters out on the streets or in class, we not, you know what I'm saying? We saying what we saying out of love.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn
like,
right.
We don't want our women to be, you know, bitches or hoes or nothing like that. We don't want that.
Right.
Because the Bible says that a shameless woman should be counted as a dog.
Damn right.
But see, when Trump's saying it, he's not saying that out of love.
Ooh-wee.
Like, he's saying you ain't nothing but a worthless piece, a worthless bad wench. Like, you ain't nothing but a piece of vagina, man. Like, that's what he means in his head. Like, you're a piece of black, you know, PUSSY. You know what I'm saying? And that's like how that's how that society refers to you. That's how they feel about you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When we say, sister, stop being a bitch, you know, excuse my language.
Okay.
That's spiritual. Right. That's in the Bible. Right. Because even the prophets of old used to tell sisters the same thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures tell you that a shameless woman should be counted as a dog.
Ooh-wee.
You know what I'm saying? But when Trump says it, Trust me when I say, when Trump says it, he is saying to you what every devil says about a black woman that they, you know what I'm saying, that they get up with and have sex with and treat like a straight up prostitute and whore.
Right.
That's the way they mean it.
Good night. Kind of kind, sir. It's like, so that's so heavy. I don't want, and it's like you were saying, I don't want that. Like what we do it out of love, man. But Trump said that out of straight disrespect.
Damn right.
He was very disrespectful. Like this is a well-known racist on TV calling black women bees. Come on, man. And y'all still okay? I'll take a look at that one. Come on, and y'all still want to say that, you know, we gotta love everybody. We all gotta come together and join hands. Come on, man. Y'all are these Christian pastors, along with these other people, man, who support Trump. They respect the person, man. That's all it is. They respect him because he's rich, because he has money, because he's the president. Just like, you know, when he first became the president, we cannot forget about those black Christian pastors who went and sat down at the table with President Trump. And guess who was at that table also? Greenville, South Carolina's own John Gray. He was at that table also with President Trump. And y'all want to go sit down with in his church at Relentless and treat him as if he's a man of God? How come y'all don't say nothing to him and be like, why you didn't stand up for black women when President Trump said that our sons were SOBs? Why you didn't stand up for that? You know what I'm saying? Because John Gray went and sat down with President Trump when he became president. And he didn't even speak not one time when Donald Trump got on TV and called black men mothers bees. And this is a black man with a church, not with a church, but with a mega church. Not a super church, but a mega church. Like this is a church on steroids. Like this is, you got a church, then you got a super church, then you got a mega church. John Gray is a black man who runs a mega church, who went and sat down at the table with President Trump and didn't speak not one time on President Trump calling black women bees, man. Because you know why? Because he's a respected person. That's what he is. He respects the person. He respects Trump because Trump has a high tax bracket. He respects Trump because he's going to give him millions to his church. That's why the Bible says, the scripture says, man, respect the person is not good. Throw out, so I really appreciate that one. You know what I'm saying? And that man, that person that you have a respect the person for, man, that man is saying for a piece of bread, man. For a piece of bread. You know what I'm saying? That's Trump. Trump, you ain't got to give Trump nothing for him to sin. Trump is sin for free. You know what I'm saying? Trump would just be like, you know what? I just feel like doing something evil today. You know what? I just feel like doing something so evil today. Come on, let's go out there to Puerto Rico. I'm gonna shoot basketball with paper towels after they just went through a powerful and destructive hurricane. I know these people are suffering. I know they're poor right now. Yeah, the power's not on? Oh, man, give me the paper towel. Right in the crowd, man. This man sins for nothing, man. And that is the worst thing you can have, man. A person who sins for nothing. Like, God damn, like, some brothers commit sin because they poor. You know what I'm saying? Some sisters commit sin because they're poor. They've been destroyed. You know what I'm saying? They just been suffering their whole life. But when you have a person like this man who was sin for nothing, so you gotta say.
If I could, that's the reason why this bastard got to be thrown in the cage, man. And you were right when you said that. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man and women, you sin because of your condition.
Right.
The reason why you go rob, stores or shoplift is because you got to feed that baby at home. You got to feed yourself because you can't get a damn job because you got a felony. You know what I'm saying? You grew up in the projects. You grew up in the hood where it was nothing but gang violence. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You Section 8 and all of that, you dealing with hell already. So it's almost like this society is forcing you or pushing you into criminal activity.
Right.
and it's pushing you into, you know, situations where you end up sinning.
Right.
But look at the so-called white man. He's living in his heaven, but he sins against the Most High all the damn time.
God damn, like, what
It's like he living good. He's driving around in Rolls Royces and Beamers and living nice mansions and all of that stuff, and yet he's still causing chaos in the earth, man. There's no peace in the earth because of him. And it's because his riches rely on him going and being an evil bastard.
Right.
He has to go and pillage, rape, and rob people to stay in power. You understand? And so that's what you have to expect from somebody like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is going to cause chaos, and he's going to kill, and even Biden and every president that's in America, they're going to do that because that's how they stay in power.
Right. Come on, sir. Come on, sir. Ooh-wee. Like you said, that's just how they stay in power, man. They stay in power from transgression against the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. By sin. That's how they survive.
And to clarify just the point, exactly, they actually, you understand, they sin and it gives them more power over you.
Right.
You sin and you die.
Right. Good night.
That's all you get.
Good night.
that's also more proof that you are the lost 12 tribes of Israel, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The fact that you would die in this earth, you can't do what the white man does.
Like you said, so like I said, we sin, we die. Like, you go rob a bank, you get put in jail or get shot. He robs the bank and nothing happens.
He get rich, buy him a big piece of land somewhere in another country, and he living good.
Good night, man. Like, good night. Sheesh, man. Slice, if I could I get Proverbs 27:20, sir? It's like, I don't want to say it like this oppressor, man. We are the lost 12 tribes of Israel, man. Like, when we sin, we suffer. When we transgress against these laws, statutes, and commandments, we fall even deeper into, you know, just a worse condition. But this oppressor, man, if he becomes like if a black man becomes a homosexual, he gets AIDS. White man becomes a homosexual, he wins a Grammy. He wins a Grammy. Like a black man can have a sex change, he regrets it his whole life. But what's his name? The devil that had the sex change, Kim Kardashian's stepfather.
He used to play. Well, he used to play ball.
He was Olympic.
What is his name? I can't remember his name. Let me see it, because I know Kazak will probably say who it is.
What is that nigga name? I can't even think of his name. Damn, what is his name? I'm gonna Google this name. Sex change, white man.
It's gonna be 1,000 of them. Bruce Jenner, because I said
that's it. Bruce.
Hey, don't fly.
Bruce Willis, Bruce Jenner, somebody. Bruce Jenner, Bruce Lee, Bruce Leroy, Bruce, somebody. Hey, Bruce Jenner. Like, a black man gonna have a sex change and he regrets it. He ends up regretting it, and he, you know, wants to change his life and go back, you know, and he's more destroyed. But Bruce Jenner has his sex change. They give this nigga Woman of the Year award. Like this, like it took a brave thing for him to go get his rod cut off and become a woman, and he became a disgusting God. Salagi. Oh man, look like pumpkin head. It's like good. Like, wow, like what the hell is that? I saw it when I seen it, I was just like,
oh boy,
good night, man. Like, we can't sin this, bro. We can't live like them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we cannot do the things that they do, man.
Somebody, if I could, who was the joker that said, and it was a brother, that's what was sad about it. Who was the joker that said that he would take Bruce Jenner out on a date? We're gonna leave that one alone. It was a brother. It was a celebrity. It was a brother.
I gotta go. I
can't remember which one it was, but it was a celebrity that said that.
Who said they would take Bruce Jenner on a date? Oh man,
I had to look up that one because I remember that. I remember that happening.
Man, Dennis Rodman.
That's who, was that him?
It says Dennis.
It was him. That was the one. Dennis Rodman was the one that said that he would take Bruce Jenner on a date. But is that really surprising?
This man did wear a wedding dress
Right.
to his own wedding.
Yeah.
This nigga married himself. You know, I'm not pretty much surprised about Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman has always been weird.
I think Shar said Malik Yoba. It might have been him. It was one of them two.
Okay.
It was either Dennis or Malik Yoba. One of them two.
I know they got Dennis Rodman down here. He said Malik Yoba. Malik Yoba.
According to Wikipedia, Abdul Malik Kashi Yoba is an American actor and occasional singer.
It might be somebody else.
Yeah, it was this one. I think it was Dennis Rodman. That sounds right.
Dennis Rodman and probably who he said they both said they both suspects.
Yeah,
Both suspects. Good. Now you want to take Bruce Jenner on a date?
Date, man.
You want to take a man on a date?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Good night. It's like, sir. I'm gonna get this one last scripture, sir. If we could, sir, can we go to Isaiah chapter 14, verse 4, sir? I'm gonna finish up with this, sir.
You said Isaiah what now?
14 and 4, sir.
Isaiah 14 and 4.
Kind of a kind, sir. I'm gonna do 14 and 4, 14 and 9, and 14 and 10.
Isaiah.
Good night. You want to take Bruce Jenner?
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased?
We.
Salakia. Wait a minute. Okay, Salakia. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
Good night, kind. That's what we're starting to see, man. We starting to see these oppressors seize, man. We starting to see this golden city seize. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take up their proverbs when this empire falls, man. The brothers and sisters here in the ISUPK. And we have a glorious song, man. Babylon is falling, arise no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to take that chant up, man, and we're going to say it because this place is falling, man. These oppressors are going to seize, man. What we seeing now is just the beginning of the ending, man.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? If you at home and you see all of these things happening, and you inside of ISUPK, man, and you know what the truth is, man, pop some popcorn when you start seeing all these hell break loose, man.
Yeah, right.
You know, take up some drink, Laya Sha'ala, man. You know what I'm saying? Take up your drink, raise your cup up, man. Come on, sir.
If I could,
Come on, sir.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna let you keep going now because you said something heavy. We go out there and we cook up that grill on Thanksgiving and
Right.
fire up that grill on New Year's and 4th of July. Man, I don't understand it, man. But when our oppressors, the same people who have oppressed us for 400 and something years, who've been raped, robbed, and murdered us, for the life of me, I don't understand why black people don't pull out that damn grill and that charcoal, them ribs,
Right.
them sausages, them hot dogs, and fire that thing up on them days when stuff like this happened, man.
Damn right.
Like when they went up in there and when they went up in there and raided that Capitol, every black person should have went and got them some charcoal, a damn grill if you ain't already had one, and some ribs,
Right.
or something.
Beef ribs.
You know what I'm saying? And a box of damn Coronas.
Right. and
And every Hispanic should have been making some Mexican pizzas and damn cow head tacos or whatever the hell.
Right.
They should have been making all of that.
kind of a kind. And so, like I said, if I could, I was the other one. It's funny you said that because the ISUPKRIBE brother, you been in the flea market with me, I don't know. I was speaking to ISUPKRIBE brother. He said, he was laughing. He said, you seen the crazy white people? He started laughing. I said it was crazy with it. He said, man, I was laughing, man. I said, you did right, brother. You did right by laughing because now, even him, man, he has that spirit of where he's starting to realize, like, you know what? It's a good thing to see these these devils go against each other like that, man.
Damn right.
It's a good thing to finally see them become the people who they always try to portray us to be.
Damn right.
You know, they always portray us as the evil people who breaking in everything, destroying everything, and being black is whack, and being around brown is not. You know, brown people are evil. But now you able to turn on your TV, you able to turn on the news, and the only thing you see is these oppressors running in us. This was a good year to start. This was a good way to start our 2021, man. Like we might Sunday, we might cook out on the grill just to pray to the Most High they started back up, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get some hot dogs and hamburgers because I January the 16th is right around the corner. I think it's the 16th or the 21st when they start doing all that swearing into the office. I'm gonna make sure.
20th I think it's the 20th when he's officially in, right? Or is it the 16th?
It's one of them.
It's one of them two, 16th or the 20th. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna make sure I get us some beef hot dogs. I don't want us some hamburgers.
Let's get it in.
Because
it's about to be something else going on, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Don't be surprised when we go live and you just see us. Hey, they're like, what these niggas so happy about? Like it's the 4th of July. It is to us. You know what I'm saying?
Because Babylon is falling, and we over here. Listen, Babylon is falling to rise no more.
Yeah, right. Like, so I'm gonna finish it out with 14-9. So. Come on.
Good. 14-9. Hell from beneath is moved. Select. Isaiah chapter 4. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Ooh-wee. Because hell is starting to come to these oppressors now. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have been living in hell for so long, but now that hell is coming to meet them. That hell is starting to come to them. That's what you seen on the news last Wednesday. You seen their hell start to come to them. And those same people who did what they did in the Capitol building, that hell came back and it came to them also. You seen that when they was trying to get on the flights and they in the airport crying. They trying to label us terrorists. You know, that's what you seen. Because now that hell is starting to meet them at thy coming. It's like, so you got it, sir.
From beneath is moved from thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth.
Ooh-wee.
It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
And that's what you see now with these nations, man. China talking crap about America. North Korea just said that Lil Kim just said he ain't about to stop building nukes. He said, listen, I'm about to start back building nukes. China mad at America right now. They say it's going to be a great debt to pay for what Trump did over there in China, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll try to cover this again in another class, but man, these nations, man, they are even raised up from their seats. Iran just put a warrant on Trump for, they put a warrant on Trump.
For the murder of, if I could, the murder of, what's his name? What is the damn dude that they assassinated? They had assassinated. I can't even remember his name.
I'm gonna Google it right now.
Had him killed. So, but what the brother's trying to say is so heavy because you may not be paying. If you're not paying attention and you don't understand, all of this is still leading up. Like everything we've been telling you, everything that Commander General Yohana and the ISUPK has been telling you since 1969 is like leading up to World War III. Like this is what it's leading up to. You know what I'm saying? We're getting close to the end of this empire. You know what I'm saying? As it's gradually going down, we're gonna gradually come up in power, man. You know what I'm saying? And right now, Babylon is falling. I mean, it's coming down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's being thrown down. The Most High is allowing this to go on. You can be scared of a vaccine all you want. You can be scared of, the elections being rigged or whatever the hell else you're scared of. You can be afraid of everything being staged. But at the end of the day, the Most High is allowing this to happen. And we're seeing this world going to chaos because right now, this earth is geared to go to World War III, which is about to be the end of this empire, man.
Damn right. Damn right. Damn right. We are seeing this empire fall, out of one. And so, like I said, with that, we're going to close out this class. All right. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the word. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother and sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother and sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 through 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'asharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you, give to the treasury department of the teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming holy convocations will be the Feast of Purim, which is the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. It'll be Thursday, February the 25th through Friday, February the 26th, 2021. You can read about this in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 through 31. All right. Remind Ackman Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing our black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and a scarf.